Thanks for checking out Symphony on YouTube. Please be sure to subscribe and like our videos for updates.
Miss Major General Diko, retired, cosmate to the deceased Chief of Army Staff.
Let's look at how you received the news.
Shocking, very, very shocking. This is somebody who we all prayed together yesterday at the mosque in the defense complex, and was on his way for an official assignment in Kaduna Zaria when this unfortunate incident happened. You never can tell when death will come. We are never in control of it, and so it has happened. So it's shocking, but as a man of faith, you know, we will always be prepared to receive this kind of news, you know, with all the strength of faith, and we pray for the repose of the soul of the departed.
What legacies do you think he left?
Wow, you see, time is too short. But you see, before he was appointed the Chief of Army Staff, this is somebody who has lived an enviable life, somebody who has been an astute commander, a leader, and has shown exemplary leadership in all the climes that he has been deployed. You can hardly fault him because he's a straightforward person, he's an upright person, and he abhors anything that has to do with manipulating systems. So I think if we are talking about legacy, let's just say his uprightness and his forthrightness as well, honestly. But as far as his time is concerned as the Chief of Army Staff, one thing I know that he had wanted to do was to ensure that there is proper stock taking of what it is that entails in the Nigerian Army so that he can reposition the Nigerian Army for greater heights. Unfortunately, his demise has come so untimely.
Well, I would a great shock because it's somebody I know, it's somebody that I'm very close, and he was also very close to me. In fact, we were together some few days ago. In fact, he even asked me, he has not been seeing me for quite some time. Yes. In fact, we honestly lost a very great leader, which is humble, loving to everybody. In fact, he left so many legacy from his cadet life up to when he was commissioned as a young officer. He has held so many appointments, in fact, from a platoon commander up to the rank that he, died on. He was a GOC, he was a brigade commander, he was the Army Public Relations Officer to the Nigerian Army. What's up,
It's not only one, it's not Everybody from this side, this way,
Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.
Well, inna lillahi wa inna ilayhi raji'un. We are from God, and to Him shall we all return. This is what God has willed, and it has happened. But this is a national tragedy. Our country, our nation is in mourning. I want to take this opportunity to once again pray for the repose of the souls of those very gallant officers rest in Al-Jannat al-Firdaus. Clearly, our heroes died in the course of their duties. I want to take this opportunity again to appeal to all Nigerians to continue to support our armed forces. They sacrifice everything in order to defend this country, and therefore they require, they need, and it is imperative that we continue to give them all the support that they need, either as citizens or as officials of government. For us in the legislature, in the National Assembly particularly, we'll continue to work to ensure that we give them more resources for them to prosecute this war that we are confronting. I call it war because clearly, practically, Nigeria is in war. And it behoves all of us to ensure that we win the war. And they are the ones to make it happen. Ours is to continue to support them. And I really feel so sober that this is how life is. The Chief of Army Staff particularly was someone that was attending a function that could have taken place today. And all of a sudden, this is what happened with him and his colleagues. Any one of us could die at any time. So we should always prepare for that kind of day. May Almighty Allah grant them Al-Jannat al-Firdaus. Thank you very much. Well, this is terribly shocking. And we as Muslims, we know death can come at any time. But this is shocking, especially with the kind of effort he's putting in fighting this crisis that we're having in this country. We pray that Allah in His infinite mercy, the Chief of Health and all those who are with him, we pray that Allah in His infinite mercy will forgive them, and what they left behind, Allah will be there for them all.
Finally, do you think this will be some kind of setback to the fight against insecurity?
Well, definitely it can be instantaneous, but it can last. That I know of that. You know, the Nigerian army is a collective of people who are warriors. That a leader at a time means that somebody must take the lead. But definitely, those who remain will definitely take. They will continue with wherever he has stopped. But within, you know, his own approach to it becomes so dynamic, becomes so different, becomes so unusual in the real fight against it. But we know that by God's grace, those who has left behind will continue, if not better, from where Allah stopped him and he has taken his life.